Misso, did you get the handout for today? Misso. This is a live stream on everything. No problem.
Vicky, I think the handout is just the half of the balloon, which they
Yes, that's it.
to,
That's it. Yep.
control
Thanks.
it.
That's, yeah. So I've got a stencil here of a half of a balloon. They need the stencil. They need the photo, and they're gonna.
You want me to
photocopy.
send to them?
Well, I mean, yep, that's the one. Thanks, Misso. That's the photo. So basically, can you cut that out, please, Misso? And everyone else who has, can everybody see Misso's handout? This is what you need to have. Miss, I'm just going to spotlight you. Can you hold that up? See that? That's a photocopy of what you are going to cut out and use as a stencil today, guys.
They can draw it
Okay.
themselves, Vicky.
Yeah. Well, they can, but it's not going to be, it has to be.
I think the handout is just the half of the balloon, which they
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Okay, maybe I put in the jars for them to.
Find the actual.
Right.
All right, kids. We are going to make a hot air balloon, but we are going to create it in a way that shows all the art elements that we talked about this year, right? Can everybody see that? It's a bit like, remember the ice creams we did last term? Remember the ice creams? Yeah, how it had all the elements? Well, this is something similar. So we're going to do something different for each side, each of these balloons. So what you need to do first is cut out your half balloon, right? Misso, can you cut it out with scissors? Yeah, cut out just whatever you have on your page, cut it out. That goes for everyone as well. Please cut out your stencils. That's what that is. That's a stencil. We're going to use that to create more now. It's really hard to see. It's really hard to see. It's really hard to see the it lost my car, by the way. Oh, just the umbrellas in here. Rain, I don't want my computer to Wendy, oh, before it just went boom. Maybe we can put it in here. All right, guys, has everyone cut out that stencil? Let me see. Did you cut it out? You have to cut it. Let me see. Misso, let me see. Hold it up. Did you cut all the way around it? Okay. Now, what we need to do, okay, listen up, everyone. You need to get what size is this? Who knows what size this is?
A4.
Does anyone know what size this is?
Is it A4?
That's right. Look at my hand. It's basically you need to fold it this way. See that? You need to fold it this way. And then you need to put your stencil up like this against the side that is folded. Can everybody see how it's folded here? Okay, so everybody have a look at, I'll just take myself off spotlight so you can see this a little bit bigger. This spotlight, right?
Teacher Vicki.
Yes.
What?
Hi, Apple. What are we doing?
How,
Did you just get here?
how do you do that?
Show you. Okay, so everybody needs to take an A4 piece of paper. They need to fold it this way, long ways, okay? Remember how we hold our pages? This is what we call portrait. So you need to fold it in portrait way, yeah? So there's a line down the middle. Now, you take your piece of paper, the one that you just cut out, and you put it here like this. Can everybody see what I'm doing? I'm putting the side, not the curvy side, but the straight side along the crease. Can everybody see how here it's folded, right? So you need to put it here. And now you need to trace it like this, right? And now what are we going to do? What do you think we're going to do? What do you think we're going to do now? Who can guess?
Cut.
Yes, we're going to cut. Look, we're going to cut 2 pages, aren't we? Two sides. So we're going to cut it. And when we cut it like this, when we open it, it'll look like.
Teacher Vicki.
Yes.
How many centimeters?
Well, no, there's no centimeters. I didn't actually measure anything. I just put it up against the paper and I traced it. Do you have the photocopy, Apple? Do you have the photocopy?
No.
You don't?
No.
All right. Yeah, I've got one. So, how many centimeters? I understand now why you're asking me that question. So it's about 150 centimeters, 15 centimeters. All right. So that's how long it is. So, all right, kids, for those of you who do not have a handout, ready? Remember what I said about the first piece
Teacher
of paper?
Vicki.
Just a second. So you take your piece of paper like so. You fold it in half long ways, right? You fold it in half. Now, 15 centimeters down, I want you to put a dot up the top and the dot where it says 15, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take your pencil and I want you to do like a big round circle, right? Big round circle, and then I want you to bring it down like this and like this. You see what I've done there? It doesn't look like the one I've got. I've exaggerated the circle a little bit. So this is what you need to do, all right? It doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as it's the same for every single one. Because otherwise,
Teacher, I just made mine.
did you just
It's
make your
smaller
own?
than yours. It's
See,
smaller
the thing
than
is,
yours.
it has to be the same, right? It has to be the same one each time because when you start to glue these together, they have to line up. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I just made my half of balloon just
Yes,
smaller than
yes.
yours.
Good, good. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So this is going to be for those people who don't have the handout. Okay. Now, what you do is you cut it out, right? You cut it out. Doesn't matter what the first one looks like because the others are going to be a copy of this one. All right. So this is going to be my first one. And when I open it up eventually, it'll look like a hot air balloon, right? Now, ready? We're going to the next one. Another piece of paper. Ready? Another piece of paper. You need about 6 of these pieces of paper. Forgot to bring one.
Teacher, mine is small. I can use my paper 2 times.
That's good. If you guys can do that, please do it. So there you go. This is going to be my second one. Now, I hand drew this one, which is a little bit different to the one that I had the stencil with. Yeah, this is my stenciled one. This is my hand-drawn one, the one that I just did now. So I just have to hold it up there. Right, again. Trace it. I wonder if I can fit another one in here. You might be able to fit 2 in. I can't actually fit 2 in, but you guys get the gist, right? What I might do is I might just cut it off here, yeah? Just so that I can fit in 2. How's that? How's that for thinking cleverly, right? So I'm just going to cut it off here. That's going to be my second hot air balloon, right? And this is the other area. Now I'm just going to do it down here. See, and then I've got 2 for the price of 1. Pretty cool, huh? All right. So now I have to cut. Can everybody understand what I'm doing today? You guys good? Are you following me? Can't see a thing.
I finished, teacher.
Did you do 6 of them? You need 6 of these.
Oh, 6
Yeah,
of
you
these?
need,
6
yes,
of these?
you need 6 of these, darling. 6. All right.
Oh, let me
But you
do
have to
it.
use the same, you have to use the same one. Okay. Same stencil again and again 6 times. So you need about 6. Well, it depends if you're going to fit 2 on 1 page, then you just need 3 pages, right?
Cái lấy một góc cho con. Con cần 2 cái đấy. 6 cái đấy, con mày có 4 cái thôi.
Who's talking? Mute yourself.
Teacher.
Please. Yes.
Teacher.
Yes, yes.
Can you with me?
Yes, I can. What are you up to? What are you up to, darling?
Cắt cạnh kia, cắt cạnh này.
Các cạnh này.
When you need the clouds, they don't come. Clouds come. What? Under the blanket. Yeah. Yeah. Are they gone? Oh, no. Are the others gone? Oh, they've gone? Okay, kids, how's it going?
Teacher, where's
Yes. Yes, darling.
Make 2 of them.
One at a time, please. Wait, Yvonne, Innie, Winnie, Yinny, what's your name? I can't see your name, darling. I can't see.
Sao cái tiếp trong quyển sách đẹp đẽ của mình tự học theo cô Vicky. Where's you? Mất rồi. Tìm nắp bút cho con.
Không, mày đang lắp lên trên đầu.
They still there, Wendy? Yeah.
Teacher Vicky,
Yes, darling.
where's you now?
I am sitting. I'm on holidays. I'm on holidays in Dalesford. It's a long way. It's about 1 hour away from my house. And
going-
I'm in sitting in a park. It's
Oh,
really lovely. Yeah, I'm sitting in a park. It's really beautiful here. But the sun is very, very strong. And I can't really see your faces very much.
first, I think it is a forest.
I'll show you guys. Ready? Look. You see?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm in a nice area. Now, Wendy, what's really important, darling, is that I need to put this on my phone. And I don't know how that's going to work because I don't know how to hold this up here. I don't know how I'm going to hold it up. This needs to be, see that? You want to charge it? Well, it has to because that'll run out before an hour and a half. Yeah, that looks good. That's good. Looks like it's charging. Okay, kids, are you ready? How many of these are you going to do, did we say?
6 of them.
That's right. I hope everybody's doing that.
I'm just doing 4.
All right. I think I'm up to my fifth now. Okay. So now one, two, three. What number are you guys up to? What number are you guys up to? 4?
I am at my,
How many did you do just now?
this is my last one.
Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Have you done 6 already, Anna?
Yeah, now I'm cutting the last one.
Oh, excellent. I'll put these away because they're too big. Right. Yes, please. Thank you. All right. I'm up to my,
Teacher,
yes.
what do you do? You 6 or you 11?
11? 11? No, we don't need 11 of these. We just need 6 of them. So did you get the photocopy that I sent everybody? Did you get the photocopy, Dylan? Was that you, Apple?
I finished.
All right. Have you got 6 of them?
Yes.
I'm nearly finished too. Now, who remembers what the art elements are? Let's go through them one more time, shall we? Because it's very important that you learn these art elements, okay? Because we are going to create an art craft, a craft with all of these art elements in them. All right, we're going to revisit what we did all term. Yeah, for this term, which is pretty much the same as the last term, actually. All right, so here I have 6 of my balloons, right? And when I open them, look how nice they look. All right, so let's just have a quick recap, right? Which is basically a review. All right, now guys, I'm going to ask someone to give me the first art element that we talked about. Okay, art. Can everybody see what I'm doing here? Can you see my wiggly fingers? Oh, it's on the side, isn't it? Wait, let me just fix that. Adjust it so you can. All right, can everybody see my wiggly fingers? Yes. Now, kids, art elements. Who remembers the very first one that we did? Who remembers it? Anybody?
Lines.
Yay! How many are there, by the way? Do you remember how
7.
many there are?
Oh, 7 or 6.
7, you're right, Anna.
Yeah.
What a champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the first one is line. Now, who remembers what we did with line? Do you guys even remember what we did with line? We talked about the different types of lines, right?
Yeah, zigzags.
Yeah,
And
you guys don't need to write what I'm writing, but we're just going to review what we learned, okay? So you don't need to actually write what I'm doing. Now, who can give me some names of some of the lines that we talked about? Who remembers this one? What's this one called? Zigzag,
zigzag.
right? What's this one? What's this one?
Dotted.
Dotted. What
Dot.
about this one? What about, that's dashed. What about this one? Who remembers that one?
That's way. No.
That's the scalloped, right? What about this one?
The curve. Curly.
No. Swirl. Curly, yeah, could be curly. Yes, yes. What about these ones? These are the swirls, right? What about the dog's ears? Oh, hang on, the mouse ears. There's so many. And the shark, remember the shark? So
Teacher,
so
do you remember the mouse?
Yes, the mouse ears, a bit like, yeah, the puzzle, jigsaw. Yeah,
You
we
say
did so
you
many.
say you like the best. That is your best line.
Is that what I said? Okay.
Yeah, you say
Now,
that is the best
yeah.
line.
Right. Now, you got all these lines and more. Who has the material? Who has the photocopy that we did with line back in the first part of this art course? Does anyone have that with them? So we can have a quick look at what we did. Doesn't matter. That's enough, okay? There's so many lines here, all right, that we can use in our activity today. What's the next one we did? Who remembers? Oh, going back a long while now. Who remembers the next one? After line was?
Mấy cái bài vẽ của con ếch một đâu à?
What about color? Who remembers when we worked with color?
Red. Oh my God.
Yeah. So what are we going to do here for color? What do you think we should do here for color? Well, it doesn't really matter because you guys aren't doing this. What I'm going to do is just get a few pencils together and just draw some color like this. It's not really important, is it? Yeah, because we're going to actually do our real activity with our
Is this
hot
the
air
line
balloon.
photocopy?
With our hot air balloon. Okay, what's the next one? Do you remember what value means? Who knows what value means? Value. Everybody say
remember.
value. Value. Can everybody say that word?
Value.
Value. Good. Now, do you remember how we had a 5-grade value scale? Okay. And what does value actually teach us, or what does it show us? It shows us the dark to light. So remember how we did this one? We said the first square was going to be as dark as possible. Press as hard as you can on the pencil to make it as dark as possible, but try not to break your pencil. Okay?
Teacher, this one.
The lead. What's that, Anna?
That's the value.
Yeah. Oh, good girl. Okay. Very good, Anna. Very good. And then, of course, as you go down the scale, it just gets lighter and lighter. And do you remember we did the apples? Who remembers the apple activity we did? Yeah. How on the for the shade part, we added a little bit of black, and for the tints, we add a little bit of white. Do you remember the apple activity? I really like that activity. Do you remember it? And I think this group didn't actually do part 1. You guys didn't do, you jumped straight into part 2. That's why you don't remember. Okay, gotcha. All right, next one. Anna, can you remind me what was the next one? I think it was either texture or space.
No,
shape.
it was shapes.
Good girl. Okay, everybody knows what shapes are. I'm sure that at school they teach you all the time about shapes, don't they? Who can mention a few of the shapes that they learned? Any shapes? Come on, guys. I know you know your shapes. Let's go. What kind of shapes do you know? Yes. Circle. What's another one? Rectangle. Another one. Square. Who knows what this one's called?
What? It's not a moon. Moon. That is a present.
Yeah, a lot of people say moon, but it's actually not. There's another word for it. Who knows what this one's called? Crescent. Yeah. What about this one? What about this one?
Heart.
Yeah. What about this one? What's that one? How many sides do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6. Hexagon. Who said hexagon? Good. And of course, there's the star. I can't really draw stars. Stars, well, I can if I do 2 triangles. Yeah.
Teacher, do you remember the 10 one? Yeah.
Ten-pointed star? That's a bit complicated.
Yeah, you just
me,
do that.
All right, let's go to the next one. Next one. The next one is texture. Who remembers what texture means? Do you remember how we talked?
I can feel it with my eyes. Like
Do
this
you
one.
remember how we created texture in different ways? We had different styles. We had hatching, cross-hatching. Who remembers the stippling or the scribbling or the circling, and even the finger smudging. Do you remember the finger smudging?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, so basically hatching, cross-hatching. Now with my stippling, I always like to use a marker because you can't really see, can you? You can't really see it. Okay, somebody needs to mute themselves. Who is talking? Please mute yourselves if you are not talking to me. Anna, I'm going to spotlight you, darling, so that everyone can see what you've just shown everybody. Add spotlight. Anna, hold it up, please, darling. Yep. Can everybody see that? Did you guys do this activity? I don't think they did, Anna. Were they with us? Was this group with us when we did that? I've got a feeling they weren't. Yeah. All right. Never mind.
That is an art one.
That's right. Yeah. Some of the students here didn't do art one. That's why they probably don't know what we've done. Now, there's another kind of texture. Now, this table, can you see I'm on a bench in a park, and this table is all very, very bumpy. It feels very, very rough. Can everybody see this table that I'm looking at now? Right. Now, I'm going to take my paper. I'm going to put it onto the table, and then I'm going to do some rubbing. This is what we call a rubbing technique. Can everybody see how by just rubbing on the table, on the piece of paper that's on the table, I get this texture. It looks like the table, doesn't it? Yeah, good girl. Good girl, Anna, that's right. All right, so there's texture, but that's the easy way out. That's what we call easy texture, yeah? It's the rubbing
Teacher,
technique.
can you
Yeah.
unspotlight me?
Yes, my darling. Yeah. Okay, so there's texture. And what else? What did we have? We have finger blending, and we had hatching and then cross hatching. What was the other one? What was the other one, Anna? Scribbling,
It's
and just circling. All right. Now, what about space? Who remembers space? Who remembers how we talked about?
trees.
Yes, we talked about whatever's
Trees.
close to us is large, so it's in the foreground. And then we have the middle ground, which is middle size. And then we have in the very, very background, we have tiny size. So I'm going to just draw a house here, right? So I'm just going to draw a house with a roof, right? Guys, I can't be looking. I can't see in the sun. It's really bright here, so I don't know whose voices we can hear. Make sure you're muting yourself so we don't hear your conversations in the background, okay? Now, this is my foreground house. And now in the middle ground, I'm going to do a middle-sized house, yeah? So I'm going to do probably about 4 or 5 of them, right? Now, in the very background, can you see my horizon line? That's my horizon line in the background. How small are my houses going to be on my horizon line? Are they going to be big or small?
Smaller than the middle.
That's right. They're going to be tiny. So this gives the impression that you are looking at space. Space showing that whatever's in front of us is big, whatever's in the middle ground is middle size, and then whatever's in the very, very background is tiny. So that gives us the sense of space. Right. Now, what's the last one? I think it's form, right? Now, form and value are very similar. Okay, these two are very similar because in order to create form, we need to see value in action. Yeah. So, for example, what is this shape here? What is that shape?
Circle.
That's a circle. But when I add value to this circle, what's it going to become now, do you think? Okay, let me just show you what it looks like when I add value. Now, when I say I add value, it means I add the darks and the lights.
Mẹ ơi, cái hình
You know what
tròn
we said about
mà
value?
như
We
vậy
looked at
á,
value
là
just
mình
here.
đọc tiếng Anh thế nào vậy?
Can you please mute yourself? Who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking? Everybody mute yourself, please. All right. So everybody see. Now, what have I done with my circle? I have made it into a, what do we call this now? Guys? I said everybody
A
mute yourself.
sphere.
That's
sphere.
right. Very good. Who said that? Who said that?
And
So now my circle, if I add value, has turned into a sphere. So from a shape, we turn it into a form. And we do the same with squares and cubes, and we do the same with triangles and pyramids. All right. So this is what basically we're working with today, guys. We are just reviewing all the things that we did this year. Well, should I say this term? Now, let's get back to our balloons. Okay, now the first thing I want you to do is I want you to draw always on the inside, like a book. You know, when you open a book like this, I want you to draw on the inside. So everybody grab your pencil and I want you to write the word line up the top. See where it says here, where the fold is? I want you to write line in big letters, line, and then I want you to go over it in marker. All right, so line. This is going to be the line one.
Teacher,
line.
we need six of this, yeah?
What's that?
This,
What did you
we write the letter in this, yeah?
Yeah, you have to write the word. Absolutely. Yes. So everybody write the word line just up the top. From here, where there's the fold, from that point onwards, we're just going to write them along here. Okay. All right. Now, I want to show you what I did for line here. Who remembers this activity? Do you remember this one?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we are going to make, look how many lines. So I'm going to do little bumps. Can you see? I'm going to do little bumps and big bumps, and then another little one and another big one. All right. So this is what I want you to do. Now I want you to follow these bumps along here. Can everybody see what I'm doing? I'm doing big ones, and I'm just moving the bumps along. We've already done this, and this one here is going to get smaller. Can you see how it's getting smaller? And this one is probably going to grow. So you can do it in marker, or as I say, texter, which by now I'm sure everybody knows what it means. What does texter mean?
Marker.
Yeah. I say it too often, don't I? I know that you guys don't know what that means, but by now I'm sure you've learnt. Okay. See what I'm doing? This is what we did for an activity this year, didn't we? Yes. Right. Okay, so hurry up, guys, because we have to do the whole hot air balloon. Now, this one under here, we're going to go the other way. See, we're going to go downwards now. Who still has these activities that we did together? Do you still have them in your house? Have you put them on the fridge? Where do you actually have them? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, wait a minute. Network bandwidth. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. That's good. I thought maybe I got cut out. Sorry.
Who is that laughing?
All right. So this is going to be our line activity, okay? We don't need to do much more than this. You can color it later, but we won't have time to color it today. All right. So just stay with this. Stay with this one. Just put it aside for now. All right. Put it aside for now. And now we're going to move over to our color. Remember what I said about the word? I want it to be from this middle point. So open up your balloons like as if it were a book. Yeah. And from that midpoint, see that midpoint there, that crease, you have to write the word color. Does everyone know how to spell color? Now,
Yes,
the
I can.
Americans spell this word differently to the Australians. Yeah. The Americans spell it without the U.
Can I just learned that the word color we don't have you in that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. We don't have you in the word color in America, though, just in America. In Australia and in England, we do. We put the U in. Now, I just want to show you what I did for my other activity for color. Ready? Dum, da-dum, da-dum. See this? I've done like a spiral. So I want everyone to find the midpoint right in there, right? You watching? Is everybody following me? And then I want you to do curvy lines, and I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay, so I want you to try and make them as even as possible. So the first one is going to be like that. Everybody see what I just did? And then I want you to do another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, you can if you want to, you don't have to. Don't go over the word color. Make sure you don't crash into the word color, but just go over those lines just so they're a little bit more emphasized. That's all. Okay. And there you have your. Now, I always like to rub out whatever pencil markings are there. I don't like to leave my pencil markings in there. Now, I want you to grab, what colors are we going to color this color? This is a color wheel. What colors? I'm not going to show you this. I want to see what you remember from the color wheel. Okay. What if I just told you we're going to start with
Orange,
we're going to start with yellow. Okay, let me start with yellow.
yellow,
Okay, I'm going to start with yellow. Ready? So I've got yellow here, or just I was going to put it up there, but since I got it splashed on there.
Teacher, do
Yeah.
I need to use acrylics like you?
No, you can use anything. You can use colored pencils, crayons, whatever you want. Okay, just these work really quickly for me. That's why I'm using them. And I'm outside, so they're going to dry very quickly. Okay, so there's my first one, yellow. Who knows what the next one in the color wheel is? Come on, guys, we did this.
It's orange. Orange.
Yay! You guys are awesome. That's excellent. Well done, you guys. So there's my orange. I love these markers. They're just so lovely. Look how easily they just apply all the paint or ink, whatever they are. I don't even know what's in them. Maybe it's ink. Yeah, it looks more like ink than acrylic paint. So they just get a little bit messy sometimes. I wouldn't like to get this all over my clothes, I can tell you. It's very watery, very watery. All right, who knows the next color then? So yellow, orange, red. Very good. You remembered. Wendy, can you get a tissue for me, please, in there or in here? Thank you. Whoa, it's bloody, very bloody. There's a lot of paint on there, a lot of ink on there. I think it's just in here.
That texture just look like a brush. Teacher.
It is very, yes.
Teacher, next orange is red or pink? Red. It's red.
Well,
Thank you.
after orange is not pink. We don't have pink on the color wheel, guys. We don't have pink on the color wheel. You should know that. Pink is something between red and purple. These are so messy, these paints, textures, inks. They're ink, aren't they? First time I've used these, actually. Never bought these. All right. Who's going to tell me what the next color is? Anybody?
Purple. Purple.
Yay. Now, who can tell me if purple is a primary or a secondary color?
A secondary color. A secondary color.
Yay. Guys are awesome. You guys were listening. I'm very, very pleased to say that you guys were listening. All right. We don't need to spend too much time on this, guys. Yeah, because we've got a lot to get
And
through.
then blue.
Yes.
Right.
Then it's blue. What a mistake using these today.
My favorite color is blue, teacher.
Sorry, yeah.
Teacher, I need to use light blue or dark blue.
Well, I'll leave that up to you because this is your craft. This is your activity. Which one do you like
I like dark.
best? Yeah,
It's just like space.
yeah. Have a dark blue. This is the only thing. And so we are creating our basic
Teacher
color wheel.
Vicki,
Yes.
you blue, this blue or this blue. You use this or
What?
this. You
Which one?
use this blue. You use this.
What are you showing me? What's that, darling? I have to spotlight you because I can't really see you.
This is blue.
Blue. Yes, that's a good blue. Yes, yes, yes. That's blue. Yes, you can use that one for sure. Is that you, Apple?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh no, I don't see my green. Well, guess what? I didn't bring my green. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to use another mid. Right? I'm going to use my crayon green. That's fine. I'm okay with that, guys. Seriously. Doesn't matter. This is my green. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So there's my green. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my other marker, my other ink pen. So I'm just going to do it with crayon. Okay, you did the whole thing? You did the whole color wheel? Show me. Yay, very nice, Miss O. Good girl. All right. Hold up your work, guys. Hold up your work so I can see what you've done. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Now, as soon as I finish my color wheel, I'm going to put it aside along with my line. There's my line. There's my color wheel. Put it aside. And the next one I'm going to do is value, right? I'm going to do my value now. All right, I'm going to show you what I did with my other activity. All right, now have a look at my value, guys. Can everybody see that?
Yes, I can.
So what I've done is I've taken, well, first of all, I have to get one of my blank pages here, my blank balloons. Remember how we open it? We open it like a book. Yeah, we're not going to do the back side. We're going to do this side. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to grab your compass, or you can find something that is round. See this? Can you everybody see this jar? I'm going to use it right here, and I can use it. And it's easy to use. I don't need to get my compass. Guys, too much noise. Who's unmuted themselves?
Apple.
Apple, mute yourself, please. We don't need to hear the conversation you're having with your parents, or your brother, or your sister. Now, listen up, guys.
3 centimeters, teacher.
What's that, darling?
How many centimeters we need to open our compass?
Okay, I'll tell you. 3 centimeters. Yep. So you put it right in the middle, and you use a compass to draw a 3 centimeter circle. Right, now look what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw. Oh, someone is talking over the top of me. Who is it? Apple, please mute yourself in the future, darling. I don't need to mute you all the time, okay? All right. Now, can everybody see the crease down the center of this balloon? I'm going to draw
Yes.
that line, but I'm not going to go through the circle. And then I'm going to draw another line going sideways. So I don't know if you can actually see on this background. Maybe I should just use this background. There you can see it better. Now I'm going to draw a cross, but I'm going to make sure that I do not go through the circle. All right, I'm going to show you again what I did the last time for my last project. Look at this picture. What have I done? I've turned my circle into a sphere, and then I've got a 5-grade scale. So I've got a dark area here, then it gets lighter as we go around. That's going to be the lightest. You got it? But before we do anything, I forgot to write the 2 words. Now, can everybody see how I've written value and form? Remember we said that these were very, very closely linked together. So value is the difference between light and dark, and form is turning a shape into a 3-dimensional object, okay? So form is created using value. So I'm going to write the word value. Now, this little funny symbol here, that's the way I do my and. Are you familiar with that? See, I can never for the life of me do this. Yeah. Oh, I did it. Maybe I can do it again here. I always forget how to do that. There you go. That's the and symbol. Value and form. There you go. Value and form. And so now I need my grey lead. Notice how I'm not using any color here. Okay, no color. Don't need it. Just a pencil. All right. So I might actually go around these lines just to emphasize them. It might look a little bit better, I feel, if I just outline them in marker. Okay. And so we are doing both. We are creating form by turning this round object into a sphere. Should I say this round shape into a sphere? Now, this is not quite the right pencil because it says HB. Who remembers what pencils we use to do shading? Who can tell me?
B.
Yay! Brilliant. Excellent, excelente. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy when you guys know the answers. So what I'm going to do around this circle, around the edges of the circle, I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can, right? Really, really dark. And as I move closer to the center, I release the pressure from my hand and I make it much, much lighter. So you can all see what's happened here when I do that. Huh? Doesn't that look like a ball or a sphere? So very, very carefully. We don't want a big jump. We don't want a sudden jump. All right. We don't want a sudden jump. We want it to go gradually from dark to light. Okay, my darlings. Yes? All right. And soon, this is going to look like, I guess it's going to look like either a basketball or the moon or a lemon, an orange. Not lemon. A lemon is not round. Yeah. So here, or even Earth. It might even look like Earth. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably smudge my fingers and do some finger smudging, but I really don't want to do that because I don't want to get my hands more dirty than they have to be. So now I'm going to start with my very dark value scale. I'm going to start with a dark one right here. And then as I go around, it gets lighter. So dark, dark, dark as I possibly can go without breaking the pencil. Right? This might take a while. But as you get closer to the light side, it actually gets easier and quicker because you don't have to press so hard. I might have to sharpen my pencil in a minute. Now, I'm using a 2B, but I believe some of you have got 4Bs. That's just as good. But what we do not want to use at this point doing our shading is HB. H is a hard pencil. That's what H stands for, hard. And it's really just for writing or drawing, you know, like an architect might draw a picture, you know, like a house or a blueprint, you know, the map of the house or the design of the house, something like that. So 2B pencils are really good pencils for shading, and 4Bs are probably even better, but it goes up even higher, you know. It can go up to about, I think, 9B. Yeah. All right, so there's my really, really dark value scale, and I probably need to sharpen my pencil at this point. I've pressed so hard. My hands are hurting. Whose hands are hurting? I need to stretch. I need to wiggle my wrist around a little bit, I think. All right, so here we go. Now, don't want to get too light too suddenly because these two are going to be much lighter, aren't they? Ooh, the sun just came out. Did you notice the sun just came out? Got really, really bright. Oh, now it's gone. This is Melbourne weather for you guys. I'm just going to drink a little bit of water. Is everybody keeping up? All right, I think I'm about ready for my third value scale. So 1, 2, 3, and then the very, very light one. Yeah, it gets much quicker as you move along because you just have to do a lot less. Okay, now I'm barely touching the surface of the paper here. Very, very lightly. Try not to get your hands dirty because I know that 2B pencils can get a little bit messy, you know, if you accidentally touch this. Like, watch what happens to my finger when I touch this now. See that? It can get really messy because there's a lot of graphite coming off this pencil because it's a 2B. B means blackness. Yeah, the blackness is the graphite in the pencil. All right, now, ta-da, finished. So that's 1, 2, 3 down. Line, color, value, and form together. Now let's move along. Who's ready to move along? Who's about ready to move on to the next one? Okay, so opening up our fourth balloon, and it doesn't really matter which order we're doing it in. Let's do space, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to draw one largish house right in the middle of this balloon, okay? So draw a largish house. Don't forget to put your windows and doors. All right, now I'm going to do a very basic house. Doesn't really matter because we're kind of in a bit of a rush. Yeah, might put a chimney in there. All right, now watch what happens. Now I'm going to put my middle-size houses. Can everybody see my middle-size houses? Now one is hiding behind the front one. You see that? This overlapping technique gives it even more depth. All right, I'm going to do another house here. Right. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Doesn't really matter how you create these houses. Just really basic images, yeah. And then I'm going to do one on this side. Now, don't forget the sizes really, really matter. These are middle-size houses. We don't want them to be too small or too big. The biggest one is going to be the front one. Yeah, I don't think you need to hold that because I can't see a thing. So. All right. Now, what's going to happen now? Who knows? I'm going to draw in my horizon line. Remember how I did my horizon line? I have to draw my horizon line that is going to cut across the middle-size rooftops. See that? It's going to cut just so, again, it gives it that sense of depth. And of course, now we are going to draw out really small houses, the baby houses. We're not going to put much detail on those because the further back you go, the less detail you can see. Do you notice that? Did you notice that? If you look into the distance, you see less detail. Yeah. All right. Now, you guys can color these in. You can go over them with a marker. I might go over mine with a marker and then color them in. So big house, foreground. Just one. We don't need too many foreground, we don't need too many houses in the foreground. Just one will do. All right. And then we have the middle-sized houses, which are in the middle ground. Right. Now, these are going to be all different colors when you start coloring them in, right? We just want to get the basic idea of what space means. So we don't really need to get into too much detail. Just a quick sketch. There are two basic things that show us space. One is the size. When you have something big, it usually means that it's closer to the viewer, right? And then the overlapping, right? So the size shows you the sense of space and the overlapping, which one is in front of the other. I like to hide some of those houses behind
Teacher,
yes.
can I draw some cloud on here?
Yes, of course. I'd love for you to draw some other things in there like clouds and trees and animals. That would be fantastic. I love it when you guys get creative like that. Now, I'm just going to put some grass here in the foreground because I want to separate the sky with the ground or from the ground, right? So I want this to show up as the grassy ground, right? Ah, darn it. I forgot to write space. You know what? There's space in the sky for the word. Thank goodness we left it. Oopsie. Do you guys know how to spell space? There you go. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? That was really lucky. Did everyone else leave a little bit of space in the sky for the word?
Yes, I do. I remember the word space.
Good. Good, good, good. And of course, you guys can make the houses all sorts of different colors. The more colors, the better. You know, these crayons are so easy to use. Do you guys have crayons? Do you use crayons? Or do you like pencils better? The crayons are so quickly, like I feel as though I just have to basically move my hand fewer times than what I do when I use a pencil. It's just easier to use. All right. Now I might make my house orange. Now, guys, I don't know if I want to spend too much time because it's nearly time to put it together. So I'm going to allow you to finish this at home. What do you reckon? Can we finish this one at home? Like as in when we put it together, you guys can work on this one because I don't think we have time to fill in the whole thing. Yeah? What do you reckon? Hello, hello? Anybody there? How about we just leave a lot of this for you to color in when we finish the lesson? Because I don't know if we're going to have time to put it all together. Do the sky. Yeah. Very lucky that it didn't rain just now. Went down there. Huh? And it's a good thing we went there because it would have been too loud. Mm. Actually, I think I finished my drawing. I thought I wasn't going to finish it today. There you go. Have you guys finished your drawing?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I didn't finish.
yeah. That's okay. You guys can finish it a little bit later. It doesn't have to finish. We've got a few more things to draw. Okay. So how many have we got so far? Let's have a look. 1 line, 2, 3, 4.
We need two more.
We got shape and texture. Shape and texture, guys, which, yep, are 6 because we used, there are 7 elements, but actually we put 2 of them together, didn't we? We put form and value together. All right, now, you guys ready for a next one? The next one? I would like you all.
I didn't finish.
Oh, what are you up to? Who said that? Who said they weren't finished? So, guys, just let me explain what the next one is, and you guys can catch up later. I want you to create shapes. Now, I have created a few shapes with this one that I've done here. I want you to have a look at my example. I've got a circle. I've got a square. Who else? Who can see other shapes in here?
Me.
What can you see?
Triangle. Circle.
Triangle.
Square.
Yes.
Triangle.
Yep. Yep.
And star and the four side shape.
Now, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but is this called a rhombus? I think this is called a rhombus. Yeah. So we didn't talk about that. That's a little bit complicated. But there's other, look at this other triangle here. Yeah. So all these triangles. And what about this one? Can anyone see the diamond in here?
1, 2, 3. Yes, I can. The diamond.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you how to do that. First of all, you need to get your compass out. Okay. Now, we need to find the center. Yes, my darling. Yes.
I do not have compass.
Okay. What you can do is draw it by hand. Okay. Or you can find something in the house like a saucer. Do you have a cup and saucer? You know, when people drink tea and they have a cup and a saucer, maybe the saucer will be the right size. So if you don't have a compass, that's okay. You can either do it by hand. All right. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of space for the word shape. Can everybody see this example? We need to leave a little bit of space up here for the word shape. Now I'm going to...
Teacher Vicki, how many centimeters?
Well, my one says 5 centimeters, okay? So I'm trying to locate the very center. I'm going to leave a little bit of space at the top. I don't want it to go to the very top because I need to leave some space for the word. Oh, yeah, that'll do. All right, so ready? I hope you've put it center in the middle. Now, what I want you to do, first of all, I want you to go around the circle in texter in a marker. All right, there you go, all the way around. And this side. All the way. There you go. There's a nice big ball. Okay. Now, are you ready? Are you ready for the next one?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw. I want you to do this in pencil first, guys. Yeah. I want you to draw a square inside this circle. Now, I just want you to do this by hand and just with your eyes. I don't really need you to, I don't really want you to measure it, okay? So there's a nice square. It doesn't actually look like a square. It looks more like a rectangle. It doesn't matter, okay? We're just going to do some basic shapes. We don't need to get too technical and we don't have to be perfect about it, all right? Now, I want everyone to find the very, very center and put a dot here, and a dot here, right? And I want you to draw a triangle from here to here and from here to here. See where that crease is, right in the center? There you go. Now I want you to turn it around and do the same. See, that's where the crease is. And I want you to do another one from here to here and from there to there. All right? Everybody see what I've just done there? Now, ready? I want you to draw a line across the center like that and another across here. All right, and there you have your star in the middle. In fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to color in that star immediately so that you can actually see it. Now, I think someone's going to ask me, what was that? Did you guys get it? That was a little bit quick, wasn't it? All right, so there's my little star. Now, if you want to, you can go over these with a texter. All right. So it was here here. And down below. Right, and don't forget the little square inside the circle. And we've got several shapes in this design, haven't we? Let's see if we can count them. I'm going to count these shapes. So we've got a star, that's one. A triangle, we've got several triangles, that's two. We've got a rectangle or a square, depends how you made yours. That looks more like a square, but this one looks like a bit like a rectangle, right? That's three. And then we've got, did I say circle? No, let me do this again. Circle, square, rectangle or square,
Triangle.
triangle, and diamond. Five.
And teacher, and the fourth side,
The rhombus.
yeah, the rhombus.
The rhombus. Yeah. Okay, cool. There you go. And now I'm just going to color everything else, whatever color I want. And of course, we have to put the word shape in there. Shape. Okay, I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. I'm going to use blue. Oh no, it's finished. It's the end of its life. It's died. There's no more here. It's just gone to the end. Oh, oh no, it's not. Oh, it has got some in. I thought it was didn't move. All right. Okay, kids, come on. We've got 15 minutes left. We have to rush and get this finished. Now, this next part is probably the most difficult one we're going to do, right? Let's see.
I think the texture is the most easy because I love texture.
Yeah. It's easy. It depends what texture it is, really. It's got to be a good quality one, though. I kind of feel like I want to just color in the outside because it's too white. I feel like I need to just color it up a little bit because it's just a little bit too white. Okay, kids, let's go to the next one, last one, which is, who knows the last one? What is it? Come on.
Texture.
Yay. All right, so we've got all of these so far. Make sure you keep them in a safe spot. Don't lose them. Now, my last one. This is my last one. Okay, who remembers what we did with texture? Whoa, do you remember these? Who remembers these textures? Okay, so what I want you to do is, just like we did our color wheel, I want you to find the center, and I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. So we're going to, first, let's write the word texture. See, I almost forgot again. Texture. We need to write the word texture first. Texture. There you go. Now, I need you to draw just like we did with our color. Remember we did these lines, these curvy lines, like swirls? Yeah, we did 6 of those, but we don't need 6. We only need 5. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Try and even them out. Okay. Now, remember we talked about texture. We created these amazing textures, right? This one was like stone. This one was bricks. This one was wooden, like a wooden fence, planks of wood. And this was the grass. And then we found something that we used as a rubbing technique. So we can use the table. Yeah, remember how I did that with the table just earlier? Right? So that's what we can do for that one, the rubbing technique. Now, who remembers? Let's start with these stones, right? So we do little blobs, round blobs, right? Some are circles. They're just organic shapes, basically. Okay, they're organic shapes, like so. Small, medium, large, all different sizes, right? Now, what we need to do is we need to colour in between, right? We need to colour in between, really, really dark. Don't forget what pencils we're using. Everybody should have a 2B or a 4B right now. Now, this is like a cobblestone pathway or even a house on the side of the house. Sometimes houses are made like this as well. And this is a really good technique for texture. Yeah, it makes it look like something's made out of little pebbles or stones. You might need to get either your finger to do a little bit of smudging later, or you can get some tissue. I like to use tissues personally because I don't like my fingers getting that dirty. Oh, there are those tools that we just bought, Wendy. Remember? Yeah. I need to sharpen my pencil. I don't know if I brought them with me. Yeah, I probably forgot about it. Okay, what's going to happen now, do you think? Who remembers the next step after we do this, after we colour the inside part? All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of tissue. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of tissue. I'm going to make a point, and I'm going to smudge whatever's on the outside. I'm going to smudge it going inwards. See that? Can everybody see how I'm just smudging on the inside a little bit, but I only have to do it on one side. See that? See how I'm just smudging it on one side like there's shadow. See that?
Yes.
We did this not long ago, a few weeks ago. So that's what you need to do to get the effect of a stone or a pebble. And then, of course, we've got little dots. You see? Little dots going everywhere, just for a little bit of detail. Those tools would have been really good now. Right? So basically, we're just going in one direction. Right? I'm just making a few dots on each of those pebbles or stones or rocks. Okay, and that's the first one. Now be careful because it's getting all dirty with my hands because the because of the graphite in the pencil. Now, this part here is going to be bricks. Do you remember? So we have lines going across like so, all the way across. Right, make sure they're even. John, can you please mute that person that's talking in the background?
All right.
Just mute them. Find out who's talking and mute them, please.
No,
Or just mute everyone. All right, and then
Teacher, mine
Yeah.
looks like snow.
it looks like snow.
Yeah,
Really? Show me.
yeah.
Ah, not really. I don't think so. Okay, remember how we did this? So we separated the bricks a little bit at a time. Yeah. And we did, right, we did the in-between parts. We did those really dark. And we made sure they were like little areas, little dots on each of those bricks. See, little dots and little specks, basically. Little specks here and there. Okay. Right, we really don't have a lot of time, guys. 5 minutes left. Now, who remembers those planks of wood? Do you remember those planks of wood? How did we do those? We've got lines going down vertically, and then basically we've got a circle, another circle around that, and then we basically just draw lines from top all the way from the top to the bottom, but making sure they don't touch each other. Right? Now that looks like a plank of wood. See that? And making sure that there's a dark line between the planks. Right? So that's just going to be lines. Right? That's just going to be lines. And I'm going to do my circle, another circle, a little bit higher. They don't have to be all at the same height. And now we're just going to follow that line around that circle. See? We start off with a circle and then we just basically repeat that line. Just go around it. Okay, don't forget the spaces in between those planks of wood are quite dark. Yeah, and that looks like a plank of wood. I'm going to do my little circle. I'm going to do my little circle here, down the bottom. So I'm actually making it a little bit different. I'm not going to put my circles all at the same height. And I might even put 3 circles here. There you go. And I'm just going to go from the top all the way down with a straight line. All right. Okie dokie. So a nice round little, it's not quite a circle. It's more like I don't know, an oval, a very flat oval. All righty. Nearly there.
I'm finished, teacher.
Good. Fantastic. All right. Now, the next part here, who remembers the grass? So easy. So I've got 2 or 3 lines going across. And basically, we're just flicking the grass here and there. Right? We're just flicking here and there. That's what you need to do. Left and right, making sure that when you're flicking, the pencil is becoming thinner. So you're pressing hard at the bottom, and as you move your pencil upwards, you flick, and it goes from thick to thin. All right. Now, remember what we said about the this last one, we're going to find something that has some kind of a texture to it, and then we're going to rub on it. Yeah, I'm going to do this table. Right, that's all I have at the moment. I might have some coins in my bag. Let me just check. Yes, I do. Oh, shoot. Oopsie. Lost my piece of paper. It's getting windy out here. Can everybody see this 50-cent piece? This is Australian money, right? I'm going to put it underneath. This is what I'm using as my rubbing tool, yeah? And I'm just going to go over those. I might use another pencil because that's kind of a little bit dark. But I think somebody used a pencil case once. Was it you, Anna? You used a pencil case to do your rubbing, didn't you? All right. So that's it.
This one.
I'm finished mine. We are ready to stick it together. Now, pay attention, everybody. I need you to pay attention now, okay? Everybody, I need you to get your glue out. Where's my glue? All right, I need you to get your glue out. And I want you to fold each and every one of these without, right? Just fold them in half like this. Fold them like so. One. Make sure you have all 6 of them, right? So you have all 6 of them. I'm going to start with whichever one comes first. Right? All right, whichever one comes first. And I'm going to just, can everybody see? I'm going to just put glue on the one side. Make sure that it's shut. Like, remember how we said it was like a book? We shut one, we shut it, and then we put glue on one side, not on the other side, just on the one. And then I'm going to take my other piece of paper and I'm going to place it very carefully. I'm going to align it so it's perfectly placed on top. See what I just did? And now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put glue on this side. Right? Notice how I didn't put glue on both sides, just on the one. Right? Now, whatever comes next, I'm just going to place it on top, making sure that they are perfectly aligned again. And I'll keep going until I finish putting down all my pieces of paper, all those balloons. Right? There you go. They don't have to be in order. I don't mind if they're not in order. You can if you want to, but it's not necessary. All right, so put lots and lots of glue. We don't want them to come apart. All right, like so. And I'm up to my last one now. Now pay attention. Don't make any moves without listening to my instructions, because a lot of kids did it. They thought they knew how to do it and they made mistakes around this point. Okay, now what have I done? I've put just one on top of the other. Right, now what happens when I open them? Can everybody see what's happening? Yeah, can you all see what's happening here? You can see all of them. Now, I need you to get a piece of string, right? A piece of string. Now, the string has to be probably, I don't know. Trying to figure out how long this string is. Now, first of all, I need you to tie the two ends together, right? Do you know how to do that? Watch how I do it. I do it so easily, like that. Ta-da! That was easy, wasn't it? Sure, your parents can help you make that knot. And I want you to pay attention. I want you to I want you to open this up just the way it was, like that. I want you to open it up and I want you to put the string inside like so, yeah? And now here at the bottom, it's going to be a loop. You see that? That's how it's going to be. Now I want you to, oh, hang on a minute. Okay, yep, that's right. We need toilet. Do you remember toilet paper? The toilet paper roll that I asked you to get? Do you remember how I got I got you to get some. Oh, shit. Say that word. Oopsie. You guys there? So you've got
Yes.
the paper roll, right? What I want you to do is I want you to cut the toilet paper roll in half. So this is a half one, and I want you to make a cut all the way to the center on both sides. See what I just did there? And I want you to place this inside the cuts, yeah? So there you have it, just like that. Can everybody see what I just did there? So I've put that, I've cut them all the way to the middle, one cut there and one cut on the other side. Make sure they're in opposite sides, and then I put the string in between. And now this is the last part. I'm going to put the string in between here, and I'm going to glue it one last time. Okay, so put lots and lots of glue. Make sure the string's in there. Make sure both parts, yeah, both two pieces of string, so the ones that are joined, right? There you go. And now this is the part where I have to close it carefully, making sure that the string is glued inside. Make sure it's right in the center though, okay? Right in the center. And do that one. There you go. And now I'm just going to rub it. And ta-da!
Teacher, what if I don't have a string?
If you don't have string, oh, Anna, how am I going to help you without string?
Just
Darling, you
kidding.
need a-
I have.
Ah, you cheeky. You cheeky. All right, there you have it, guys. This is our hot air balloon. That is really not a hot air balloon, but it's our art elements. And I want you to hang this somewhere so that you can see it. Okay, my darling? Can you put it somewhere in your bedroom so you can see it regularly? Somewhere in your house?
Teacher,
Yes.
how did you do that?
How did I do that? You'll have to watch the video all over again, my darling. Okay, you'll have to watch the video all over again. So this is our last activity for this term. Can everybody hold up their artworks, please? I'd like to see what you've done. Show me, show me.
Teacher, could you hold up the hot air balloon, please? Thanks.
Yes. There you go. There you go. Ta-da. I think I might need to make
Teacher
these.
Vicki,
Yeah.
how did you do that?
How did I do that? Wow. You start with Apple. Which
Yeah.
part are you asking me which part I did? I don't know which part you're not sure about. Are you not sure about the whole activity or just the last part?
I don't know what to do this with this line.
Oh. Okay, so you get your half toilet roll, right? And you put, look at me, Apple, right? You get your half toilet roll and you put a snip on one side and on the opposite side. So you just snip it about halfway. About halfway. Got it?
Like this?
Yeah, just halfway though, not all the way. And the other side, like this, right? And then you take your piece of string like so, right? And then you just feed it inside.
I can see you doing.
You have to put me on speaker, not gallery. You have to put me on speaker. John, can you please explain to Apple how to put me on speaker in Vietnamese? I don't know if you're going to be able to communicate with her. John?
You mean like translate what you say?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the...
Just explain to her how there's a word up the right hand side and it says view. Yeah, and she needs to press on view so that she can change it from
Mẹ có
gallery
cái
to
dây dây nào không?
there you go. And you can hang this somewhere in your house. You know, blue tack. Do you guys have blue tack in Vietnam? You can hang it on your roof, on your ceiling, actually.
Teacher,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
do
And,
us
and then you feed the string through there, Apple. You feed the string through those slits. Yeah. Through those.
you do two circle in this.
What's that, darling?
You do two this go in this.
Yeah, that's right. You put the string through there. Oops. This is a longer one. This is a little bit better. See what I'm doing? See those two cuts in there? I've got this string and I'm just going to feed it through like so, like this. See that? See that? And then, of course, you have to put the string inside the balloons. You glue it, and then that's it. Oops. All right, kids, that's the end of our class, and that's the end of our term. Did you have a good time? Who wants to come back to art class?
Me,
Who's
I
gonna-
will come in class 3. I will come in art 3.
Good. Misso, you coming? You know when we're going to start again? Do you know? Do your parents know? We're going to start in February, around the 17th or the 19th.
Cái lỗ có đây. Có sỏ một cái này. Ở đâu rồi ra cũng có
Yeah.
đâu. Đi phạm thế.
All right, kids. It's the end. I wish you a happy new year. I hope you have a nice holiday. All right. Okay. See ya.
Happy New Year, teacher.
Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. See ya. See ya.
Happy New
Bye.
Year,
Bye.
teacher.
See ya, John. Thanks for your help, darling. Bye. Thanks, John. Thanks, John, darling. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
I'm gonna finish this.
Không nói gì ấy.
Teacher, shall I end the meeting now?
Okay, we all.